South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Hello and welcome to Headliners. I'm Naja Sherman. President Donald Trump wrapped up his remarks at the NATO summit in the Netherlands. He spoke about the Israel-Iran conflict and the U.S.'s bombing of Iran's nuclear sites. A flight from Qatar, where an American military base was targeted in a missile attack by Iran, landed in Miami. CBS News Miami's Ann McAllister joins us from MIA. She spoke to people getting off that flight.
The passengers we spoke with say they're relieved to be back, and while many of them were only in Qatar for a few hours for layover flights, they say they were still concerned. For Kenesha Fleming, it was a long trip back home.
Apparently they didn't have any other routes that, that they could send me to, so everyone just had to go to Doha.
Fleming was visiting Zanzibar when she found out her trip back to the U.S. would include a layover in Qatar.
I got to Qatar from Zanzibar. We had a delay in Zanzibar first because they had to make sure that the airspace was safe, and then once we got to Qatar, we were just sitting. When we first got off the plane, there were so many transfers at the counter because they had canceled a lot of flights.
Fleming made the stop in Qatar less than 48 hours after Iran launched missiles at a U.S. military base there.
I was scared. I did not want to go to Doha at all.
Others who got off the flight embraced their worried family members who were waiting at MIA to pick them up. Passengers like Carlo Wamelda describing what he witnessed at the airport in Qatar.
It was like chaos inside the airport, a lot of canceled and delayed flights. So we have to wait for a while.
It's still unclear what's next in the conflict between Israel and Iran, but those who landed back in the U.S. tell us they're hoping it will be resolved soon.
I pray that everyone is safe. I pray that this ends soon, and I just pray the best.
Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.
The controversial so-called Alligator Alcatraz is getting closer to reality. The immigration detention facility is being built in the heart of the Everglades, even as critics ramp up the fight to stop it. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray is in the Everglades with the rapidly moving developments.
You're talking about the guy that's plowed how much money into Everglades restoration?
Governor Ron DeSantis pushing back against critics on the fast-moving Alligator Alcatraz going up in the Everglades. These are new images from Chopper 4, where you can see in just 24 hours several tented structures erected, a large emergency management trailer, rows of portable bathrooms, RVs, and generators.
Alligator Alcatraz, we're ready to go.
Florida's Attorney General unveiled the plan only last week.
It isn't like we're going to start doing permanent sewer and all that. It's all temporary, and so the impact will be zero.
And he kept saying the word zero impact. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely not. There will certainly be impacts to the environment on this property. You're going to bring in a prison, temporary or not. That's going to involve light pollution. That's going to involve human waste and sewage. That's going to involve water demands.
Not only that, but Eve Samples, executive director of Friends of the Everglades, said endangered Florida panthers could be at risk. FWC's mapping shows panthers living near Alligator Alcatraz. Samples said the public is taking a stand, letting the governor and attorney general know what they think.
As of this morning, more than 7,600 people had emailed them.
She said the fight for saving the Glades has come full circle on the very spot Marjorie Stoneman Douglas fought 55 years ago to prevent an airport from being built.
It's not too late to turn back, and the governor could stop this today if he wanted to.
And stay tuned, Friends of the Everglades isn't stopping in their opposition. Now, I did reach out to the Florida Attorney General's office for information on a timeline, who will be going there and how long they'll be there, and I did not hear back. In the Everglades, Joan Murray, CBS News, Miami.
This week officially marked 4 years since the tragedy in Surfside. Loved ones and community members gathered to remember the 98 lives lost when the Champlain Towers collapsed. As CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner reports, many of those families are still searching for closure.
As one father put it, for the family of the victims, every day is June 24th. 4 years since they last hugged their loved ones, 4 years of searching for answers.
Father's Day 2021, just days before the doomed Champlain Towers South collapsed, Pablo Lankensfeld spent the day with his daughter Nicole and her husband, newlyweds.
I didn't know it was going to be the last time I will ever see my daughter.
It's also the last day Kevin Spiegel spent with his wife, Judith Spiegel.
Judy made our family lunch and dinner that the next day I was able to fly to California to work in a hospital in Watsonville, California. Every night we talked. Wednesday night was the last time we talked.
It only took seconds for their loved ones to turn into memories.
I will ask everybody 12 seconds of silence. This is the time it took the building to fall down. 12 seconds. It killed 98 people.
The family's still looking for concrete answers, fighting for a memorial on the site, all while dealing with their own trauma. Devin Gonzalez is one of the only survivors pulled from the rubble. Her dad did not survive. She attended the torch lighting at 1:22 in the morning.
Not that any death of a parent or relative is ordinary, but some people get to go back home. They get to have things to mourn said person of, but our family, we had no remains of anything. We couldn't go home and smell his cologne or hold his t-shirts or hold on to pictures and memories. All of it was just gone.
Mayor Daniela Vincava said it's the defining moment of her career.
To our first responders, your courage stands as a testament to what is best in us. You did not hesitate. You climbed into danger, onto the piles, with nothing but resolve and compassion as our community and the entire world watched.
The families added, while today is a day to never forget, it's also a reminder that there's still so much more to fight for. In Surfside, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
When we come back, should we embrace or escape from AI? The newest scam targeting consumers that you may want to keep on your radar. Next.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Naja Sherman. As AI continues to progress, we could soon see some entry-level positions disappear. In recent weeks, a few of Silicon Valley's top leaders have warned AI is coming for people's jobs and fast. CBS News Miami's Lauren Pastrana takes a deeper dive.
As the artificial intelligence boom continues to accelerate, some industry insiders, including the CEO of one of the world's leading artificial intelligence labs, are ringing the warning bell.
Compared to previous technology changes, I'm a little bit more worried about the labor impact simply because it's happening so fast that yes, people will adapt, but they may not adapt fast enough.
Experts are split on just how quickly and drastically AI will upend the job market. Still, impacts are being felt.
Entry-level jobs, that first rung on the career ladder, are breaking down a bit.
LinkedIn's Anish Raman says it's one of the most challenging job markets for young people in decades.
The knowledge economy that we have been in for the last half century, it's on the way out.
If you're worried AI is coming for your job, Raman says focus on non-technical skills, what he calls the 5 C's: curiosity, compassion, courage, creativity, and communication. Also, figure out and hone in on what makes you unique. That's your edge. And remember, learning doesn't stop when you graduate. Keep building your knowledge base and understanding of new technologies.
Our data at LinkedIn shows that 70% of the average skills for the average job will have changed by 2030.
Educators are embracing these changes too. The dean of Tulane's business school saying its curriculum is expanding to fit this new business environment.
The education is going to be more experiential. They are going to apply the AI techniques in a new way of putting together business processes.
That was CBS News Miami's Lauren Pastrana reporting. AI concerns continue as a new toll scam makes its rounds across the nation. Scammers are pretending to be toll companies, threatening that you should send money or else. Florida is inundated with them, and we might have a target on our backs because we have the most toll roads in the country. CBS News Miami's Austin Cotter shows us how AI could be helping their scam and how you can protect yourself.
At the Pompano Beach rest stop on the Turnpike, Pat Certain is fueling up for his ride to work. He's one of 3 million people who use the Turnpike every day. It's usually a smooth ride until he gets to work and checks his phone.
It's a scam, flat out.
He's been frustrated by months of text messages from Sunpass imposters threatening him to pay alleged overdue tolls. And how many texts have you gotten so far this year?
Oh, a lot. I would say easy dozen.
He knows it's a scam, but he's worried about those not as tech savvy.
Some of the people my age and up, we don't know. And they just drag the people right in, and then they got the lingo.
And the lingo is what's fueling the scam, threatening immediate action. It's gotten the attention of Florida's Attorney General, who announced earlier this year hundreds of fraudulent websites had been taken down. The messages look just like this, with a link to pay now. It claims to be from the state and says if the outstanding balance isn't paid within 24 hours, suspension of the vehicle's registration or even legal action. FDOT tells CBS News Miami that over 4,000 fraudulent websites have been identified and removed so far this year. These scammers may not even know if you actually have a Sunpass transponder or drive on the turnpike for that matter, but they are willing to roll the dice on two things.
The crooks are betting on A, that you have a vehicle, B, that you drive that vehicle.
Security expert Adam Coffrin says scam texts used to be obvious. You'd see misspelled words and bizarre requests, but now the bad guys have another tool, artificial intelligence. It can help make scams seem even more believable. With AI, the crooks can be more time efficient, sending out their scam to more people in a shorter amount of time. We're also seeing the scam not only in Florida, but across the U.S. So how can you protect yourself? Well, here's what to do. When you get a text that feels off, never click links within that message and don't respond to it, even if they ask you to reply to end the messaging. In fact, it's best to just delete any suspicious texts and keep your phone's operating system updated. Also, report the scam text you get to the state. It's the same warning Pat says he will continue to give friends and family.
I tell anybody I know, anything like that, you block it. Don't even open it and just block them and, report scams on your phone.
I'm Austin Carter, CBS News, Miami.
When we come back, the heartwarming reunion between a Davie boy and the firefighters who helped save his life. You won't want to miss it. Stick around.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News, Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Naja Sherman. Pretty soon, the Inter-Miami soccer team will be moving from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale to Miami Freedom Park. CBS News Miami's Mike Cunha stepped inside the construction site to get a closer look at the progress.
Introducing Miami Freedom Park.
Welcome to the Miami Freedom Park Experience Center in Wynwood. This is where fans, specifically original season ticket holders, can come to see what the new Inter-Miami Stadium will look like and if they want to purchase season tickets for when this 3D rendering becomes a reality.
To have them see this and sort of imagine everything they're going to do here. I think this model, of the two models, this one's a little more in depth, but this one, you get the big wide-eyed, oh my gosh, this is so much more than a stadium.
Under the canopy and the lights is where all the soccer will happen. About halfway up the stadium is where some of the pricier seats are located. Now, if you're interested in a suite here at Miami Freedom Park, this is what it'll look like, complete with food, beverages, comfy chairs, of course, but it'll cost you a pretty penny. The cheapest season-long suite costing about $70,000 for the year. Those have already sold out, but you can spend your money on a lot more than just games. Right now at Chase Stadium, 95% of the foot traffic is driven by soccer, but here at Miami Freedom Park, it'll only be about 20% because Miami Freedom Park will be open 365 days a year. This will hold other events like concerts, plus there's more than 1 million square feet of retail, hotels, and restaurants to go with a 58-acre park. But enough of the models.
This is kind of going initially through what will be the park.
Let's go inside the real thing. First, passing by the canopy that's going up, and then we go into the bowl.
We're one continuous bowl, and when you put our canopy on top of it, it's going to get really loud in here.
This 360-degree view will look much different come February 2026, but that's when they expect to open their doors. Now, come the start of next season, all of Miami Freedom Park won't be done. What they plan to have finished so they can start playing games is the stadium itself, some of the retail, and of course, the parking. At Miami Freedom Park, Mike Cunha, CBS News Miami.
A young boy who was badly burned in March after saving his family from a house fire is now reunited with the firefighters who saved him. He tried to put out those flames himself, something Davie Fire Rescue called dangerous but courageous. CBS News Miami photojournalist Adam Spunt was there for the emotional reunion.
They want to give me a certificate of my bravery, and because I survived, and they wanted to see me again.
We're here today because we're honoring Isaiah for the courage he showed last March when his family's home caught on fire. Isaiah ran back into the home with a garden hose to try to put the flames out before the firefighters arrived. Today we're honoring and recognizing his bravery to protect his family and their home.
I ran to my grandma's room. I grabbed the water bottle, but I don't know why, and I just threw it. And then I went outside, ran to the back and grabbed the hose, but didn't reach inside the house. So then I just dropped the hose and I went back to the driveway.
So we pulled up to the structure that had flames, and we saw the Isaiah on the side of the building. He was visibly burnt. We put him in the back of the rescue and we started treating him as we treat our burn patients.
He suffered second-degree burns, pretty much the head, a little bit of the face, the chest area, the legs. There's moments and times to where, yes, it's hard. It's hard to see him cry. It's hard to see him go through the pain that he's going through. But there's really nothing I can do. We just have to wait and see what the future holds and what we can do in order to get him the help that he needs, and just to make it as less painful as possible for him and what he's feeling and what he's having to go through at night.
Thank God he was able to get himself out. Wanted to go back in, which to me is amazing.
Thank you for joining us for this half hour of Headliners. Stay with CBS News Miami for up-to-the-minute breaking news and weather 24 hours a day. Have a great day.